Let me ask you a question. Is your mind constantly consumed by thoughts of food? Do cravings dictate your day-to-day, leaving you feeling helpless and unsatisfied? If this resonates with you, please keep watching. I have the key to understanding why food has taken control over your life. If you're constantly obsessing over food, not just what you're gonna eat, but actually thinking about food all day, your cravings have gone out of control and it seems as nothing satiates you. You've tried all these diets in an effort to regulate your hunger. And of course, you're trying to lose some weight to no avail. If this is you, please watch this video to the end because I believe I'm going to give you the reasons why it seems like food has taken control over your life. Before I go there, I'd like to share something with you. There's a chemical secreted in the brain called dopamine. This particular neural receptor is in charge of mitigating emotions of discomfort. Anytime that you have friction in your life, dopamine is secreted. The brain is constantly searching for a dopamine hit, whether it's through scrolling on your phone or having a glass of wine, or maybe numbing yourself after a busy day at work. So if you feel out of control, then most likely you have learned to mitigate emotions through food. Here's a story that will paint a picture for you. I worked with a client a couple of years ago and she came to me because her food dependencies had gotten so out of control that she was having a hard time staying on track with work. She constantly obsessed about food all day. She felt frustrated, discouraged. She said to me one day, she said, JT, I just want to live a normal life and regain control around food. Here's how I help my client regain control of her life. Number one, I talked to her about resetting her palate. In essence, resetting your palate says you start by abstaining from high insulin yielding foods. Things like the heavy carbs, the starchy carbohydrates like rice, potatoes, breads, pastas, and all these things that spike a significant amount of insulin. Actually abstaining from these foods allows your brain to recover or reset that dopamine set point so that you can actually self-regulate and have control over your hunger cues. Number two, when you reset your dopamine, and to give you an explanation, dopamine is that brain pleasure hormone. It's involved in reward and motivation. It's constantly seeking for a dopamine hit, and most likely for you, that comes through food, making you dependent on this pleasure response. And so you need to engage in activities that naturally boost dopamine. Things simple as prayer walks, cold plunging. If you've never tried it, it's a lot of fun and it secretes natural dopamine. It leaves you very alert for the day. Working out, or even maybe signing up for a 5K. I know these things sound cheesy and maybe even too simplistic, but I'm here to say that when you sign up for a race, you are thinking about what's to come. And so you're gonna make better food choices. You're gonna move intentionally. You're gonna wanna exercise because you're gonna wanna be ready for that particular competition. Number three, retrain your leptin. Leptin is the hormone that signals your brain when you're full. Over time, poor eating habits can cause leptin resistance, and it makes it very hard for you to recognize when you're actually satisfied. To retrain leptin, focus on eating balanced meals with healthy fats, proteins, and fibers that can help maintain your leptin sensitivity. Number four, create an environment that supports your goals. This is super important. Without this, you're going to fail. Your surroundings significantly impact your eating habits. You want to make sure that you can stock up your home with healthy foods, avoiding any kind of junk food. But by the way, kick the devil out. Anything that is going to tempt you. You don't want to try to discipline your way through these things. Get them out of the house and create a meal plan that can prevent you from impulsive eating. In other words, having food on deck is super, super important. Of course, surrounding yourself with supportive people that encourage you. I always say, this sounds harsh, if you want to soar like an eagle, you can't hang out with scavengers. As you make these changes, you're gonna have to upgrade the people that you actually hang out with. And that doesn't mean that you can't love those other people. It just simply means that if you continue to hang around certain people that drink or eat too much, then most likely you're gonna continue to fall into that trap. Number five, and probably one of the most important things here, is hire accountability. I can't stress how important this is. Consider hiring a coach or joining a support group. Accountability partners can provide motivation, guidance, and support you by staying on track and helping you really achieve your goals. If you have a coach, great, but having someone to check in with you, right? Having someone to keep you hyper accountable is huge and will make a tremendous difference in maintaining your progress. If you haven't considered a coach before, or maybe this is a new idea for you, I'd like to invite you to consider maybe working with me, coming on the Empty Your Bucket nutrition plan, so that we can show you step by step how to incorporate all of these dynamics that are going to bring sustainability, not just weight loss, but sustainability, help you get over cravings, help you get over the dependencies around food, help you stay committed so that you won't fail. I'm here to say that there is hope. We've seen people in the last 23 years make radical changes to their lifestyle and be able to sustain that for a lifetime. And so if you're feeling trapped, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you feel like you've tried it all, I would say that there's hope on the other side. We see people going from being couch potatoes to being super potatoes in no time. And we can help you do that in a very simple, but yet powerful way. My name is JT Tapias with the Empty Your Bucket Nutrition Plan. I look forward to meeting you on the other side. And more importantly, I hope you put these things to action. I'll talk to you soon. Ciao, ciao.